little quick, is I want to show you how you can use Facebook ads to basically steal ads and ideas for your own company. So this is going to be really exciting. Let me just check that the sound works here. And if you're watching live, again, you can ask any questions or whatever in the sidebar. Quick is I want to show you. Yep. Okay, cool. So it's working. We've got people here live. Good to see you guys. Anyway, all right. So here's the thing. When you're starting a new blog or you're starting a company, you want to give a freebie away, right? You want to give something to the people who see your ad on Facebook to come over to your website and give you, your email. That's a basic principle, right? When you go on Facebook, you're scrolling around, you see lots of ads. So wouldn't it be nice if you could find out who these ads are targeting and find out what ads are available in the market that your new company is in? Put simply, let's say you're going to start a matcha company and you're going to sell matcha, and you want to put up a Facebook ad to sell your matcha. Well, you can just come up with ideas and you can write down, how you're going to make your Facebook ad look. You can write down a lead magnet. You can try to figure it out yourself. But I prefer to steal what works. I prefer to see what other people are doing and then repurpose that for my own content. This is especially true if you have multiple blogs. It'll be way too much work to figure out everything on your own. In fact, the reality is people that are running Facebook ads for the longest period of time, let's say an ad on matcha that's been up for 1 or 2 months from a big company is not going to put up an ad for like 1 to 2 months that isn't making money. They're only going to keep up the ads that are successful. So this method that I'm going to show you will let you find out what ads people put up for different types of products, and you'll be able to see how long they've been up so you can know, hey, this kind of ad sells matcha. This is selling because they're keeping it up. And then you can replicate that and you can be inspired by that, or you can steal it and use it for your own matcha company. So let's go through and I'm going to show you the exact process now. If you have any questions, again, go ahead and ask. Before we get into any of this, I just want to say, if you like the tips that I'm giving you, and this is helpful, I would really urge you to join the Masters of Traffic Discord. So let me bring it up here. Let me show you guys this Discord. There we go. Okay, so this is the Masters of Traffic Discord. In here, we have some of the best SEO and sales people around. These are people who absolutely dominate when it comes to getting content seen online. And not just me, but there's other people in the group that go live every single week and share strategies just like I'm sharing now. So I'd really recommend you guys get into this Discord. I will put the link to it in our, in the pinned comment of this video. So anyway, definitely worth getting in here and seeing what other people are doing right now to rank high. Okay, so let's get into the actual strategy. This is something called the Facebook ad library. Now, right now is the perfect time to find, to use this tool and to steal the lead magnets and advertisements from other people. Now, that's because of COVID. After COVID passes, this is still useful, but it's just right now, it's like a 10 out of 10, when before it would be like maybe an 8 out of 10. And I'll show you basically why. So what the ad library does is it will provide you, well, I'll read it to you right here. It provides advertising transparency by offering comprehensive searchable collection of all ads currently running on Facebook, including Instagram. This is extremely powerful. If you do stuff with Facebook ads, if you want to start doing Facebook ads, you don't need to be an expert. I am not an expert at Facebook ads. But this tool will let you take the strategies and the systems that real Facebook ad experts are using, and you can steal those strategies for yourself. This is so powerful. Okay, I mean, think about it like this. You have a small blog, you have a small company, and you want to run ads. You could either hire someone who is, going to charge you $10,000 a month to run your ads for you, just like the big companies do, or you can spend months, years, or more time really learning and becoming an expert in Facebook ads. And what you find that the experts do is they're always running split tests, right? They have like not just one ad up, they'll have like 20 different ads up at the same time. Well, with this tool, you can see all 20 ads and you can say like, hey, here's what the experts do. They have 3 ads that are all the same, and the only thing that changes is the image. They have these 3 ads, and the only thing that changes is their copy. So you can put up your ads at $1 a day and replicate the same, you can literally copy and paste the text they wrote for their products and just change it to fit yours, right? And then you can split test different versions of it. It's extremely powerful. It's really, really, really extremely powerful. So let me show you some real examples. Okay. Actually, before I get into that, I just want to talk about COVID because this is a game changer. There's something on Facebook called issue, electoral, or political. Basically, these are ads that are about stuff going on right now that Facebook makes you vouch for. You have to be more transparent if you're advertising on Facebook. So why do we care about that? Well, what it means is anyone who's advertising on Facebook right now that's using COVID as part of their ad has to disclose more information about the ad. So you can get more detailed information about who they're targeting and how they're targeting people. So because of COVID and because it's a issue right now, it gives you more information to steal. Seriously, this is amazing. So let's go in and we'll take a look. First off, we'll start by looking at issues, electoral or political. So what's special about this with the Facebook ad library is you can't search like on Google. On Google, you type in matcha and you find, here, let me make my face a little bigger. On Google, you search matcha and you see everything to do with matcha, right? Facebook ad library doesn't work like that. You can't search, you can't click here and type in matcha and then see every ad that has the word matcha in it. You can't do that. What you'll see are pages that have the word matcha in it. You can only search by page. However, when it comes to issue, electoral, or political, that will let you search by the term itself. So I can type in matcha here, hit enter. And now we're going to see every ad on Facebook that is currently running or has been running recently that uses the word matcha in it. So again, we can go down here, we can see all these different ads. Here we go. Now, when we do this, we can start getting really good ideas for our own ads. If we're gonna start running a matcha ad, right? We can look down here and we can see, well, first off, there are no ads running right now for matcha with the word COVID in it at the moment, for whatever reason. But more importantly, we can look at and see when these ads were running. So for example, here we go. This ad is from Boxed Water and it has matcha sticks in it. We see the matcha sticks. Here, I'll make this bigger. Okay. And we can see that this ad ran from October 14th to October 16th. Now, if we wanted to replicate this ad, if we were selling matcha powder, then we can look at this and say, this ad did not do very well. For whatever reason, it only ran for 2 days and then they took it down, which means it wasn't converting very well. So if you want to replicate the successful ads, make sure you check how long they're running for, because we wouldn't take an ad and copy this for an ad that's only up for a day, right? The other thing is you'll be able to see ads that were taken down by Facebook. So for example, this ad right here, we put the matcha in the coconut and mixed it all up. This is the ad. You can see that Facebook took this down because it was run without a disclaimer. So not only can you see what ads are not running anymore, but you can see why they're not running. Now let's do another example because all these are not running currently. Let's try blogging. Oops. So these are all inactive as well. Let's try blog. Inactive as well. What else? Let's try jewelry. Okay, so apparently Facebook is really aggressively taking down everything right now. It doesn't have a disclaimer, they say. But you can see that, I don't know what your niche is, but whatever your niche is or whatever you want to go into, search it here and you're going to find a bunch of ads and the duration that they ran for. Okay, so let me do one more thing. SEO. A lot of Trump stuff here. Okay, so 470. Let's do this. Let's do only active ads so we can filter. So here are the active ads that have the word SEO in it. Here we go. Advance your digital marketing skills with UVM's nationally ranked digital marketing professional certificate program. So we can see that this ad has been running since April 15th. We can see that they have different versions of the ad currently running. We can see what the image is. We can see what the text is. So if we had an SEO program, we could look at this and start to say, okay, well, maybe with our ad, we're going to get a picture from Unsplash. Let's go to Unsplash. This is a free, you can't use it commercially, but whatever. It's like a search engine for images. So maybe we try to find an image like this for our SEO course because we can see that, other advertisers are using that. And, maybe we take this text and we steal it and reformat it to what our product is. Now it gets more interesting than that. This is just the surface. What we can do next, look, these guys have all these different versions of this ad, right? But we can look down here and we can see that the amount that they've spent, okay? So for example, this ad, this version of it right here, for whatever reason, has been spending the most money. $1,000 to about $1,500 they've spent on this ad so far. These other ads, which all started running on April 15th, you can see that, right? April 15th, or this is April 2nd, April 2nd, then the 15th. So when we look at that, we can see that these ads that have been running since April 2nd they're not spending a lot of money on it. But this ad that's been up since April 15th, which is newer, they've spent more money on. So we can assume that there's something about this ad that's more successful than the other ads, okay? Hi, Mark. Hey, man. What's up? Thanks for watching. I'll hide that. Okay. Now, it gets even more cool. What we can do is click this ad, and we'll see not just the text here, but we'll get the headline and subheadline here. All right. And we can see the areas they're targeting, the states. Okay, so New York, Florida, etc. And on top of all of that, we can see who is seeing this ad and how many people are seeing it. So in this case, it's mostly women are seeing this ad, mostly 25 to 34. We can get an idea of how much money they're spending, etc. But the big takeaway here, and what makes this so cool, is whatever you're trying to do, you can find out what other people are doing and literally just steal it. So now let's go a step further here. So this is only stuff that is political. Now I know that's not political, but Facebook has deemed this ad to be about COVID, to be political in some way. So they're requiring more information about this ad to be available. Now, what if you want to find ads that are not political or not based on issues? So for example, after COVID 19 is over, how can we find ads about matcha that are not viewed as political, which is going to be most of them. Kate says, how many versions of the ad should we be running? It depends. I mean, for me, when I run a Facebook ad, I try to have like 3 versions of one ad running. So I'll have, well, here's like a typical way you can do it. You have, let's say you're selling matcha tea. All right, that's the example we keep using. So for matcha tea, I would have 3 versions of the ad, all with the same copy. Everything is the same except the image is different. Okay, and I'd put maybe $2 to $5 per ad, and I would let that run for a few days, maybe a week, maybe less. And then after that, I would see which of those 3 ads gets the most clicks, most engagement. And then I would get rid of the other 2. And I'd take that successful ad, the one that had the best image, and then I'd duplicate it. So there'd be 3 of the same. I'd keep the image the same this time and change the text. So I like to do 3. So it's 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. And you just keep taking the best of the 3, replicating it 3 times, making one small change, and you just keep going forward as time goes on. But I would say like 2, but ideally 3 versions of a Facebook ad. Massive Traffic says, Kate, always run a couple A/B tests with different copywriting to see which one works best, and then run with that. Yeah, exactly. Cool. Thanks for watching, guys. I have a office that got destroyed. And it's being rebuilt right now. A sewer line exploded. So once it's fixed up, I'll have my videos a little bit better than in my room here. Anyway, so what we're going to do now is, instead of looking at issues, again, we're going to look at all ads. Now, again, like I mentioned before, you can't just type in matcha. You have to search by the name of the ad, the advertiser. So if I type in matcha, I see, matcha bar here, and I can click them, and it gives me a bunch of information, including all of the ads they have up. Now, this is where it's important. If you want to fight and compete against someone that's bigger than you, if I was going to start a matcha tea shop right now, the first thing I would do is this. I would look up all the ads they have up. All of this stuff will tell you not just what's successful for Facebook ads, but it will also tell you what kind of content is engaging for this niche that you can be using for your Instagram, for your social media, for your emails, all of that stuff. This is incredible information, and it's all there for you. Master Traffic says, I like the image change that Mark is talking about. More people are drawn to more visuals on social media platforms. Yeah, definitely. So check this out. These are the ads that Matcha Bar is running. Now, what's cool about this, I looked at this yesterday, and if you notice, a lot of these ads have something in common. Okay, let's take a look at it together. First off, we can see the images, right? We get an idea of the image. It's them making matcha in a bright colored background. So on social media, we'd assume that this kind of content would work well for matcha, because for this advertiser, it is. Now, again, this is just painting a picture. It doesn't mean that just because they're doing this, it will work for you. But we do know that this advertiser has been running the same version of this ad since April 27th. These 2 versions, and then they replicated it and made these 2 versions May 1st. But you'll notice that because this isn't an issue or political, it doesn't reveal to you how much money they've spent. So you're shooting in the dark a little bit more here than you are when it comes to an issue. That's kind of the problem. But if you see that they have an ad up and they make a new version of the same ad with the same visual, you can be sure that this is showing promise, that the advertiser is continuing using the same visual, right? So if I were to make a Facebook ad right now for a matcha tea company, I would make a video just like this. I would not literally like download the video and steal it, but you can bet your butt I would make a video of me creating matcha on a colored background, and try that and see if it works. But here's another thing. With this specific example, here's where things get really like exciting. In this specific example, let's look at the copy and see what we can learn from this company about selling matcha. Plant-based on a true story. Premium ceremonial matcha. No crash, no jitters, right? A different ad, same copy, a different ad. Listen to this. High in antioxidants, low in sugar, 10x more nutrients than coffee or tea, 100% plant-based matcha energy. Okay. Another ad, plant-based on a true story. So you can see that there's certain terms that are being used in describing matcha with this advertiser. Plant-based, that's appearing over and over and over, and all of their ads here have the word plant-based. And here's a new one. But all of them have the word plant-based. In fact, 13 of their ads use the word plant in it, plant-based specifically. So you can see this advertiser has, through trial and error, found that their ads are more successful when they pair the keyword plant-based with matcha. Another thing is no jitters. They're comparing it to coffee without the jitter, right? So in your ads and in your copy and in your blog posts and in your social media about matcha, you know that if you can start dropping in words that are important to the audience who consume this kind of product, plant-based and energy with no jitters, that you're likely to find more success, right? The idea here is to steal what works from other advertisers. They've got money. These people are making millions a year, maybe $1 million, I don't know, but they're making money and they have money to put into testing. If you're just starting out a blog, if you're just starting out a website, or you're a small blog and you're a small website, frankly, you don't have the money to put in, thousands of dollars to test hundreds of different Facebook ads. But you don't need to. You can just find out what's working for other people using this platform. Okay, so here's another example. Adiago Tea. I don't remember how to spell it. Let me see. Adiago Tea. Let's see. Okay, so another thing you can do is you can go on Google and type in tea. For example, if you're going to sell tea, you type in tea and you find the biggest top 10 websites on Google that aren't Wikipedia or something that are selling that product. Then what you can do is you can copy their name. You can go onto the Facebook ad library. There we go. And then you can find their page. Click their page, and now we can find all the ads from Adiago Tea. So rather than just looking for a random one, we can pinpoint specific competitors and find out exactly what ads they're running, how long they're running them for, and what platforms they're running them on. So for example, when we look at these two ads from Adiago Tea, we can see that this ad here on the left is being run on Facebook, Messenger, the Audience Network, which is just sort of everyone, and Instagram, while this ad right here is only on Instagram. So we can look at this and say, okay, we want to run an ad about tea. If we want to have an ad just on Instagram, here's what works, right? Doesn't mean it'll 100% work, but it could work. Now, where this gets even more exciting, and Zeth over here says, steal like an artist. Yeah, exactly. Look, the reality is these people are your competitors. You owe them nothing. So long as you're not breaking the law or being unethical, use everything that they're doing for your benefit and for your success. There's absolutely no reason to do the testing yourself when the world is doing the testing for you. This is about dropping your ego. You don't need to be the best marketer in the world. In fact, I'm not a good marketer. I'm terrible. But I don't need to be a great marketer, because the great marketers that are out there, I can just replicate their strategies and get the success that they spend years crafting and honing. There's no reason for me to, take a $10,000 Facebook ad course. I can literally just go on Facebook ads and steal what everyone else is doing. Again, so long as I'm not doing it unethically. It's not like I'm stealing their images and copy pasting their text, although I will copy paste it and then change it to fit my own thing. Okay, so back on topic. Looking at this page here, Adiago Tea, when we scroll down, the real gems that we're looking for aren't the ads that are new. Okay, these ads started in May 2020. They started now. So these two ads don't give us a lot of information because they're so new. We don't know if they're tested. We don't know if they're actually making money for Adiago Tea. We want to find the ads that are actually bringing in money, okay? Let them do the testing. Let them spend the money on the ads that don't work. Let's find the ads that do. So to do that, we go down and you can see that this is by date. So these are all the ads that launched in April 2020. Those are going to be more valuable than the ads launched in May. And when we go down, we can see over here we have ads from April 15th, okay? And on top of that, we can also see that this ad, here, I'll make this bigger, that this ad has multiple versions. That's a good sign. It means they're putting money into this and they're split testing this and they're trying to make it even more profitable, okay? Going back further in time, we have this ad from April 13th, right? Now, the thing is, remember, from the perspective of a big company, they're not going to pay to keep an ad running from April 8th to today, which is May 13th, for over a month if it's not bringing them money. They're not going to do it. The only ads that will be running for a month or more are the ads that bring cash in, right? So look at this. We're talking about stealing from your competitor. This Adiago Tea ad says tea similar to David's at 50 to 70% off, same day free shipping, satisfaction guaranteed, right? So they know what their audience wants. They want David's tea, but cheaper, okay? You can run your ad about your tea using what works for this. This is converting. We know it is. And we can also tell that they're bringing in a very large amount of their traffic from Facebook ads. But look, save 70% off, save 70% off, save 70% off, save 70% off, save 70% off. All these ads have been up since April 8th. And they all say the same thing, save 50 to 70%. Calling out a competitor of theirs, David's Tea. Okay? So that's their strategy, right? Now, where you can get even like more detail, and we're probably not going to get lucky here, but what you can do is you can spend a lot of time on this website, Adiago Tea. You can go and let's say we're going to click one of their teas. We're going to add it to our cart. Let's do that. We're going to go to checkout. Okay. And we're going to start going through the funnel. Put in our email, hit next step. I'm not going to buy from them. However, Facebook and Adiago Tea is tracking me right now, right? They're seeing that I've gone to their website and that I've added their product into my cart. And when I click away, Facebook will recognize that I have interest in this product. And I guarantee you, any big company like Adiago Tea or any large business like that is going to do a retargeting ad on me, right? They're going to have an ad eventually. It might not be now when I refresh. It might not be tomorrow. But eventually, I'm going to get an ad from Adiago Tea here, okay? And when that happens, you can get insane information. So let me show you an example, okay? Let's pretend, so again, this is all, let me take a step back. The purpose here is if you want to get more detailed information on a business, on a competitor, just add something to your cart on their page if they're e-commerce and go through the funnel. And what will eventually happen is when they retarget you with an ad, You'll see it on your Facebook wall like this. And then you can do this. Check this out. You can go to the three dots here, and you can go to why am I seeing this ad? And then you can start seeing this stuff. And this is where things get fun. It'll tell you how you're getting this ad. So in this case, I've gone to their website, right? All right, it's a retargeting ad. But we can see what age group of people that they're targeting and where they're targeting the people. So this is people in the US, 18 to 55 that have been to their website. As you go through Facebook and you see more and more sponsored content. Okay, let me step back again. I'm sorry, there's so much here that I can get overwhelmed. But the point is that when Facebook identifies that you're interested in matcha tea, Facebook is going to start showing advertisements to you about matcha tea. You can go to all of those advertisements, especially for the ones that aren't retargeting ads, and you can see how they're targeting you. So I've never been to this website, right? So at least I don't think I have. So I can go to why am I seeing this ad? This is people who have interacted with their Facebook page, 18 and older, US. Okay, this isn't telling us too much, but sometimes you'll get lucky and you'll get really crazy reasons as to why you're seeing this ad. So in this case, similar to their customers. So in this case, they're doing a lookalike audience for 18 and older. But anyway, the point here is you'll be able to see how your competitors are choosing their demographic, whether they're people that visit their site, whether they're an engagement, retargeting audience, whether it's people who are a lookalike audience of the customers they already have. And the reason that this is important to you is because it's not just about going in and stealing the ad itself, but you want to see how are they using this ad, right? Ads to people who have been on your website are going to be different than ads to people who are just a lookalike audience, right? And when you go and steal these ads, you want to make sure that you can find out where they're coming from, okay? Something I didn't mention is you can look at the multiple versions of the ad. Let's see. And you can report their ads too. Yeah, yes, you can. I'm not going to say to do that. Actually, reporting their ads isn't even the worst thing. If you just click their ad a bunch of times, that's worse for them. But anyway, we're not going to talk about that stuff. We're only going to be doing like nice things today. All right, so that's the Facebook ad library. We can also go to Adiago Teas, go to their page. And if we go down, we can see where it says page transparency right here. And we can start to get information about the page as well. But anyway, the most important thing here is utilizing the Facebook ad library and how you can type in a term to find pages and see what ads are being run, right? So, you know, here's an example. Anyway, I think that's it. You know, I could keep going on about this, but let me go through the big takeaways again from the top. Go on Google, find competitors, big competitors for the product or service you offer, whether it's search engine optimization, whether it's tea, whatever. Once you get that, go to the Facebook ad library, which you can find just by typing in Facebook ad library on Google. Go to the issue election political and type in your keyword like this. And then you'll be able to see all of the ads that use that keyword. There's none. After you do that, what you're going to do is go to all ads here and then put in the specific names of your competitor. Let's do David's tea. Let's do this. We'll do Endless Options. Endless Options is a dating product that I sell on one of my websites. So here we go. You can see here's before I was talking about using the three strategy, where you use one ad 3 times and then iterate. So if we look at this, here are 3 ads, right? And the picture is the same on all of them. But the difference here is the copy. So you can see, actually there's a few differences between them, but the copy is what changes. So you can really get in here and see how professional Facebook advertisers are structuring their content. And then you can replicate this as well. Also, this is great. Zeth says creating a swipe file for competitors or reference. Yeah, that's great. That's perfect. So what I would do here is I would take all of these 3 ads and I would just, screenshot them. And if I was making a dating product that I was selling and these were a competitor of mine, I would be going through and replicating everything here that they're doing, just very, very simply. So yeah. Anyway, that's the power of stealing Facebook ads from your competitors. You do not need to be an expert. You don't have to have a degree in Zuckerbergonomics. You don't need to be an expert at all. All you need to do is see what the experts are doing and replicate it. You don't need to spend $100 per ad. Just put an ad up for $1, $2 a day, 3 different versions based on what your competitors are doing, and see what works for you. Thank you for all the tips. Definitely going to test this out. Great. I hope you do. And if you ever need help or questions or anything like that, you can go ahead and join the Masters of Traffic Discord. I'll post the link again in the pinned comment. By the way, one other thing, I am going to be launching my new website as a repository to a lot of the tips and advice that I give here. And it will be called Steal What Works, which I think is a great name. And it's going to focus on launching and growing your first blog. So you can check that out just by following me and subscribing to this YouTube channel. And I'll be kind of talking about that later. But yeah, in the meantime, I hope to see you guys in the Discord. Let me know if you have any questions. Thanks.